In this video, I'm going to be talking about an Eddie Murphy classic. So let's get it. Hi, I'm Lenny, and in this video, I'm going to discuss the classic Eddie Murphy film, The Golden Child, which was released in 1986. It's rated PG-13, and it has the runtime of 1 hour and 33 minutes long. We get a title across the screen that says Present Day Tibet. We see Tibetan monks praying and worshiping and having a ceremony for this little child. This child's a very young Dalai Lama type, and people are bringing him gifts and worshiping him, and you can see that this child is special. One of the worshipers brings a tray for some reason that has a whole bunch of parrots on it that are dead, and the young child touches one of the parrots and it comes to life and it flies away, and everyone's like, oh, wow. So he's got these magical powers. Meanwhile, while this is going on inside the temple, we get these cutaway shots of these groups of ruffians, obviously bad guys, trekking through the snow, trekking through the mountains, and they're on their way to the temple. They're being led by Big Daddy Kane, Daddy Lannister, also known as Charles Dance, who in this movie plays Sardam Numspa. The bad guys break into the temple, they kill all of the monks, and they're going to imprison and take the Golden Child. They're going to take the boy with them. Then shift to Eddie Murphy walking around Los Angeles. He plays Chandler Gerald. We get an awesome 80s LA montage. He's hanging up flyers. He's hanging up flyers all around town. Private investigator or private detective. He's one of those things, but that's his job. And we are introduced to a young lady. This beautiful young lady's name is Ki Nang, and she tells Chandler that a special child has been kidnapped. Chandler thinks it's somewhere in Los Angeles. She informs him it's in Tibet, and he's like, that's a little out of my jurisdiction. She informs Chandler that this is a child of the world, though. This child holds the balance of good and evil, and if something was to happen to the child, the world would fall into chaos and darkness. The prophecy states that the Golden Child, who is pure, will be rescued by someone who is unpure. Chandler doesn't believe what he's hearing. He thinks that this beautiful young lady is on drugs. But during his investigations trying to find another child that has been missing for a while, and he gets a lead on, it seems like his investigation is tied to her purpose, so they join up. Chandler, needing to get more information, is going to sneak into this biker house full of bikers. He decides that he is going to hop over the brick wall fence from the occupying neighbor's yard and go in that way. There is a family in the backyard trying to have a barbecue, a picnic barbecue. Eddie jumps over with a gun in his hand. You got a black guy jumping over the fence. You got a dad on the grill. You got a mom next to the two kids. Right away, he's trying to explain, like, I'm not here to hurt anybody. I just want one chip. Just one chip. Just one chip. Meanwhile, the dad's not paying attention to the grill. You got burgers and hot dogs on the grill. Flip it over, man. It's burning. It's burning, man. Flip it over. Eddie gets into the house. He gets captured, and the biker gang decides to tie him up. I don't know if they're going to kill him later or what, but they tie him up. And one of the members of the biker gang is there. This guy's like a hobo. He's drunk. He looks like crap. And he's right in Eddie's face. And he's like, yeah, that should hold him. He tells this drunk-ass biker, this hobo biker, in my pocket, there's a whole bunch of Tic Tacs. Take as many as you want, please. Shortly after this, we learn that Ki Nang is not only a very beautiful lady, but she is a ninja-esque warrior, because she comes in and saves Chandler from the group and kicks every one of the bikers' ass, doing flips and gymnastic tricks and backflips. Now, remember those bad dudes I was talking about that were being led by Big Daddy Kane and Big Daddy Lannister? Well, they were in Tibet. They stole the Golden Child from Tibet. For some reason, take the Golden Child that they kidnapped from Tibet to Los Angeles, and they have him held up in this big old mansion. Chandler's still on the fence about believing that he's the chosen one, the prophecy, and the Golden Child, and he was going along with it, but then he's like, you know what, this is kind of gone too far. It's gone too far now, this whole chosen one thing. And later on, he actually has a dream that's being influenced by Sardo Numspa. And within this dream, Sardo proposes a deal to Chandler. How would you like to have all the wealth, all the women, all the things of your dreams that you ever wanted? All I ask for you is to go to Tibet and get this dagger, this ancient dagger that I need. Bring it back for me, and I'll grant all your wishes. But Eddie's like, since I'm dreaming, I can say from the bottom of my heart, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass! Sardo's not a big fan of Chandler and engraves within his arm a picture of the dagger, kind of just like using his finger, and it burns and scars so that Chandler knows that the dream actually took place and that Sardo is real and that this is all happening. This dream convinces Chandler, like, oh shit, I guess everything that Key was saying is true. I guess the prophecy is true. And this puts him into action. He agrees to go to Tibet with Key to get the dagger. Not to get the dagger to give it to Sardo, but to get the dagger because it's the only way that they can protect the golden child. If Sardo gets the dagger, it is the only weapon that can kill the golden child. Therefore, the chosen one must get the dagger and use it to kill Sardo. And Chandler comes into this alley where there's this legless man selling pendants and necklaces. So Chandler goes to buy a necklace. He's like, oh, you want me to buy a necklace? Okay, I'll buy one of your necklaces. How much? How much is a necklace? And the legless guy is like, points out that it's $1. So Chandler sees this pendant that he's like, okay, I'll buy that one for $1. And he puts his head down, and the merchant puts the necklace on him, and it's not the one that Chandler was asking for. And while he was bending over, legless merchant takes a $100 bill instead of the $1 bill. And Chandler's like, no, like you took 100. No, that's not for you. You get the George Washington. You get $1. And you gave me the wrong pendant. And then all of a sudden the merchant can talk, and he's like, you're breaking my heart, asswipe. Chandler's upset because the dude's trying to hustle him. He's like, tell you what, you give me my shit, I'll give you your shit. Take the necklace back, give me my $100 back, and we'll call it even. While Eddie has a hold of him, the legless merchant, who's not legless, has legs after all, and disappears and is gone. Key and Chandler, they make their way into the monastery where the dagger supposedly is located. And when they get inside there, and Eddie sees that the merchant, the supposed legate merchant, is one of the monks. He's like one of the main monks. And he's like, that's the dude that took my money. They have to ask for permission to get the dagger. And on both sides of the entryway, there's a wood columns that has this wood spindle on it. The head monk, the merchant, wants Chandler to ask for it because it's Chandler that would have to use it. So he's like, let him ask. So Chandler takes the wooden spindle, spins it, and he's acting like he's mixing on a record player, like how old school DJs used to mix. Chandler's like, I want the knife. Head monk is not pleased with this. He's like, let him ask again. So Chandler takes a big spin like he's on The Price is Right. He spins it. I want the knife. Please. He gets the dagger, and now Key and Chandler must fly back to LA with the dagger so that they can use it against Sardo Numspa. Sardo Numspa gets word that Chandler has gotten the dagger and finds the hideaway where Key and Chandler are hiding out with security and actually gets the dagger back. In the midst of doing so, Key, trying to protect Chandler, gets an arrow in the back saves Chandler, but she dies. Chandler's informed that if he can rescue the golden child can save Key, bring her back. As long as there's still light left, sunlight, and if the golden child gets there in time, he can heal Key and bring her back from the dead. The golden child, meanwhile, as Chandler was making his way to rescue him, was able to touch one of the villains, one of the bad guys that was watching him. So this turned bad guy and Chandler are able to open up this large ass bird cage that has the golden child and free it. Now all Chandler has to do is go kill Sardomnumspa with the dagger. And he goes to do so. He proclaims that he's here to kill him, and Sardomnumspa actually turns into this large ass winged scary looking demon. Sardomnumspa in his new demon winged form takes flight, flies after them. Chandler with the golden child is about to have him heal Key, and here comes Big Daddy Kane Lannister busting through the floor. He's still alive even though he's damaged. He's got like one wing left. It's all messed up. And the final battle takes place here. Sun is going down, sunlight is fading, and with the help of the golden child, the demon starts to swirl, looking like he's vulnerable, and Chandler is able to drive the dagger into Sardomnumspa, vanquishing him, killing him where he explodes. Golden child gets to Key in time. There's one last ray of sun coming through the window. They lift up her toe, put her toe in the sunlight, and the golden child performs an E.T. finger heal. Ouch. Healing Key and bringing her back from the dead. We then cut to the three of them a couple days later, walking joyously through a field. Key and Chandler are together, and the little golden child is now dressed in normal clothes. So you can tell that Key and Chandler are in love. She's going to be taking golden child back to Tibet and then coming back to live her life with Chandler in Los Angeles. Everyone is happy. The good guys win. The film ends. Now here comes the interactive part of this video. If you believe that this video is worthy of a thumbs up, please feel free to do so. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see other videos like it, all you have to do is hit the YouTube button, which is going to be down in that corner. And you'll get a notification anytime I upload a new video to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for your time, and thank you for allowing me the opportunity to talk about these things that I'm passionate about. I greatly appreciate it. Please be safe, be careful, and I'll talk to you soon.